It's gewaldig that we have now. The Beth Din will be even more active, and we have to give a grace and a shekayach to unsere Menach, the Beth Din, Rav Chaim Commandant. I can tell you, without Rav Chaim, Chaim came onto the scene about 3 years ago. Actually, he was bothering me a little before also, because he felt that there were things that the Igud could be doing and he's not doing. And no, I remember you were. In fact, I was trying to hide from you at times. but Baruch Hashem, and ausgestiegen mit him, and he pushed, and Rav Kurzrak likes him very much.
Für jedem Individual macht das selber nach Tour. Klein Ohren zum solche gewesen, zu bekommen, der Gedoyle hat teure Gushlieden, wo seinen der Yeshivas Chaim Perlman Hashem, und man weiß heute nicht liegt gut auf der ganze Chachma. Im Buch Shem Zabalochet sind der Gushwe Moyer Tzedek, Rabbinige, was Apat ist Giyum. Im Buch Hashem mit der Mamshech, der alte Messias von Teure Vodaath. Wir sollten, es geht gillen geworden, der Igud HaRabanim, Buch Hashem mit von Agitenumen, aber wir solchen now to have a much stronger name, Buch Hashem. In some Buch Shem nach 150 members, in some Pintown gekickt, über 600 members, haben gezogen mit Zoyna Matoif membership last year. Mit Zoyna Matoif, without running after. If you would run after the members of the Igud HaRabbonim, Beth Hashem, I should help them. Everything will be, I'll tell you, it's a toy, it's no bringen, kvoit HaTorah.
The goal is, I'll say it in English, is as was said by Rav Lifshitz, Chaim Perlman Lifshitz, I'm going to quote him. The goal of the Rabbinical Alliance of America is to promote, to foster, and to protect authentic Torah and true Judaism. This has been the mandate of the Igud since 1942, when Rosh Mendel, Shraga Feiler Mendelovich, zusammen with Rav Yeshua this Geboet. It's a Geboet for Igud HaRabanim. It's a Hachtara Yiddishkeit in America. And the Beis Din is the crown jewel. We do lots of press releases, so all type of Dayanim going on. And many times the Dayanim have used controversy. When you thank this environment, Hachtara Sartaif to the President of the United States for protecting Eden, plain Pashut, protecting Eden, moving an embassy to Yerushalayim or a Kodesh, to Mavazen der Welt, aber nicht kein Liste. Das belongt to the Yiddish folk Yerushalayim. But Mishtissach are rausgegangen for the Iran deal. The Shekoyas and the presidents have the strength to do it. And last week I made a Maisa with the MTA, Kenish the Mana and Beis Medrash was Indian is. A student called me up and he was right. Machen Amacha and Rav Klass took care of it. So the ganze Wort ist verstark in Yiddishkeit. Aber under Beis, das bleibt der Rabbis klar. The Norweg, the Igud HaRabanim has the mandate to advocate, as Rav Lifshitz would said, to promote authentic Torah Judaism with the Beis Din. And this is the most important thing.
What's the entire union? So people should come to Beis Din, people should get an emes of Pesach, and they should know at the end of the day, even if they lose, they should know that they got a fair deal. Okay? The fair deal is talked about as fair, honest, and cost-effective. This is something that I was checking Rabbi Klass for years ago, and this is what brought me to the Beis Din. The Yiddish Shana. And when we were sitting and learning in college, I had this discussion with the Rosh Yeshiva, and he said, "The Beis Din is honest." I said, "Yeah, the Rosh Yeshiva, it's your business is honest." You go out to the belt. The coil that goes out is that I'm not getting a fair shake. And this is in this week's parsha. Bill Hamarosh says like this: you want to curse the Klal Yisrael, but the emes hazakis came out as a bracha. Why? Why did the bracha come out as their time? Because it says it's only the Torah. When you talk divrei Torah, when you talk emes Torah, that's what happened. This is what our Beis Din is. So in our Beis Din is based upon the Baltimore Beis Din. We have an appeals function by bringing the additional Dayanim in. This way we can go ahead and say that a person, a Baltimore can't say I didn't get a fair shake, or he disagrees. Sorry, we disagree. We'll pay for the appeals court, but we'll expand the Beth Din and you go ahead and say what your reasonings are. And if there are good reasons, so therefore we'll change it. This is not the Supreme Court that it's written in stone. It's only based upon divrei Torah. And if you can go ahead and establish why you disagree with it, At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we get the psak right, not because of we have a personal animal. This is what our Beth Din is. And I thank Rabbi Klass, and I thank the other members of the Vodaath Messiahs who are not here, who support, who mocks this machshava. I thank my chaverim in Torah Vodaath. I thank Rav Yehoshua Grunwald who came up all the way from Lakewood. We learned together in Lakewood. And the reality is if we're able to go ahead and this code goes out, that you can go to Beth Din, get a thip stocked in, and if you disagree with it, you can go ahead and appeal it and expand upon it. Not the Dayanim who can go ahead and say that just like they're saying in Eretz Yisrael that the Mishal is a secular authority. No. The same Torah gives you this option. And this is what our Beth Din does. And I thank our Chaverim.
We will host all Rabbonim of Rockaway and the 5 towns. And we hope that all Chavrei HaBeth Din will come up, Meir Hashem, and present what our Beth Din is all about. And to speak to the Rabbonim should talk to the Kehillas, as the Great North HaBeth Din, Elam Mashkutim Ashtusim Lefneihem, and Lefneihem V'loi Lavoi Zura, we have to make Koyt the Hashem Hashem, and Chashnu Shvaket. We beten a Buche für den Zechush für Rabbi Klass, with Shmoy Lechlefunov, da so much Vokal Yisrael.
Ich gebe nicht meine eigene Brache. Ich gebe die Brache, die steht da in der Gemorre. Famous Meister in Paris, so Gamliel and Rav Yeshua traveled together. They were traveling by ship. You know, we all know, everyone here knows the Gemara. It's a teller that Yeshua was like a same colleague that he brought. Not only did he bring pas, but he brought service also. When the pas ran out by Rabbi Gamliel, he had to go to him. And then gefragt, was it's good, it's fine. So he asked him. He said, why did you bring so much? He says, I'll tell you why I did. Because there's a kaichav echad that comes out once l'shiv mishana, and we all know the Gemara. So in the end, he says, how do you know this? He says, that's nothing. What I know. Hast du zwei Talmidim? I forgot the names. One was Rabbi Yeshua Chasma, I think, and the other was Ben Gudgoda. I remember that he was Ben Gudgoda. He says, you have 2 Talmidim, but these Talmidim, they know how to count the tipos of Vasa. They know how to count all the tipos of Vasa. And they mamish mahotnish Vasa essen. So I came back, so I took the hint. And he calls them to come. They should come to him. And they don't wish coming.
We're working very hard that Igud HaRabanim should have that voice out in the public.
That's what.
Ich muss sagen, ich suche in die Schiege gereicht und man nimmt daraus eine ganze Zeit. Aber am Muckem Geurem, der Platz, der hat so viel, und der Mann hat gesagt, was ich komme zu reden, es ist sehr passig, die kein Jüdisch und ich bin
Yiddish is fine.
Nicht Englisch.
English.
Die erste Sache ist, können wir viel, together so many years, cats, wenn wir getun haben, also, die erste Sache betracht, verschiedenes, that we can't have Shamitzi Kibbutz. This time if my father will be alive, but he was gesagt, bleib und weiter, ich schlieb alle Sachen, aber du, my father was, I know he used to go every he used to get together, to see this, to this, and my mother was happy she didn't have to cook that night. Tati geht out to Rosik to show me. Also ich meant that my father was very involved. So du Yishalme Demai. What did you Yishalme? Steht in this week's passage, Hize Ator al Atom. Zog die Yishalme. Menayim she'echot she'yochel letayer anampen. Ein Tor could be metayer if it's wrong. Menayim she'tor echot yochel letayer harbe. Leterois ma'oisho shel yavne. It's like a medish pia. It's a Yishalme. It's not a medish, it's a Yishalme. So pshatten dem zog der Meir Shapiro. Wenn jetzt hat geruch. Noch ein Chorben Beis Amigdash behalte ich jetzt, Shivose Betames. When the Gemara dort not in Kabircha Mezaka went to the Kaiser, and the Kaiser said, I'll give you what you want. singing a tiny but didn't go to the Beis Hamikdash. So he said, Tenli Yavne Bechachmei. So the Meir Shapira. After Chorban Beis Hamikdash, Klal Yisrael is in Golus. Ada Yoim till Tovshi and Ayin Ches today. A lange Golus. How could Klal Yisrael survive Golus? The teretz is Yavne Bechachmei. So the Meir Shapira. So we see for one group, Yavne Bechachmei can halten ganz Golus alle Deine bis Mashiach kommen. Zogt der Meir Shapira legt es in der Dome in der Sefer, der bei dem Poische bekoid Achsanje, Yavne. Für Yavne hat man ausgelernt, a Koyach, that one group can halten ganz teure Yiddishkeit. So set man the Achrayus, and you see the Koyach for one group. Someone made it then, so not a Igud, so not really feel, we don't know what one group does, and so doch gebeut, die Soit ist gebeut doch, Scheine Farben in der Lovitch, and Nafshor, als wie man lief das heimische Nehmen, ist bekannt bei Asmer Frade, bei uns, der Schimmelwinning in die Yeshiva. Memele ist eine gewaltige Sache, was da gibt, als Sache ist von Talmiden, von Nishmamish, was Chaim hat gelernt dort, die man Eiters hat gelernt, die didn't battle, he came and he learned. So, Aroise bring Kvot Shemayim, das ist gewähnt der Tachlis für Yavne Chachmeyo, and we have to be Mamshechet, bei uns helfen, sein Asloche, so that alle mal können bringen Kvot Shemayim, die ewige helfen von bringen Kvot Shemayim, es kann sein Kvot Shemayim, als Koyach für die alle bestehen, aber ich kann noch nicht die alle nehmen, bestehen in dem, und mich an solche Sachen sagen, die richtige Kvot Shemayim mit des Galles für Melech HaMashiach.
I want to have this association that all the Beth Din understand. If one Beth Din issues a sira, not only that, we're going to go ahead and make sure that this guy doesn't have a way to make panas until he gets a get. That he comes to Beth Din. And there was a case, the first case last year in the state of New Jersey that upheld the Koyach of Beth Din. You remember this case? Okay, the case is, and how do I know? Because the attorney who represented it lives in Passaic. Yeah, and I have the case. He lives in Passaic.
Lives in
Passaic. And he went ahead and there was this guy who didn't want to give a get, and he was in Lakewood, and he said, "What happened?" So they follow up the Master Rav. What should we do? He says, "Went ahead to Shinul Hamagal." They went ahead. They put him in Nidor. It affected his economics. It affected his social. He sued the wife. The defamation of character. Now, most but they did them. I think our Bez and maybe one or two others don't have malpractice insurance. So therefore, it's economically. What happens is that you fold. This is the reality when you go to civil court. The Igud HaRabanim aren't aware of this. This is just reality. So therefore, you go ahead and settle and get out of it. The first thing I did when I became an elder, I got insurance. So this way, our Rabbanim and our Dayanim don't have this pachad that economically they're on the hook. There is no, they don't have to worry to have it. There's nothing because they're protected. That what they did was correct. So therefore, it's now codified in civil law in the state of New Jersey that the Koach HaBez Din, if you issue a sira, you have the civil courts protecting you.
That could be precedent for the whole country.
It is.
That is.
I think it's been established in New York.
No, but this is the first time that New Jersey is a little bit behind New York, okay? Because New York's had Beth Din for over 100 years. Basically, New Jersey never had this. Yeah. So therefore, it's the first time it hit that. So it gives protection to Beth Din. Just think, Rabbos, think about it. It's a tremendous kayach for us to have to do with these kayachs. So therefore, what I want to do is, if somebody's around the country, really ostracize them that they have to go ahead, either you come to Beth Din, settle your matters, and give the get. Give the get, and let the women go ahead.
What you write it here at the end is so beautiful.